In the 19th century, the map of Europe resembled a patchwork quilt. Over 30 independent states, many tied to imperial crowns, dotted the continent, leaving only one great power vacuum in its center. Instead, look to the brilliant strategies of one man, Otto von Bismarck. The region we know as Germany is divided. Many small states exist alongside two powerful candidates for supremacy, Austria and Prussia. But before looking at their rivalry, let's explore the starting point of Bismarck's plan. Bismarck skillfully orchestrated three conflicts that advanced his grand plan. Back then, Europe was like a high school cafeteria. There were different groups, alliances, and each one wanted to be the most powerful. The German Confederation was kind of like the lunch lady, trying to keep everyone in line. If you found this video informative, please consider liking and subscribing. Your support helps us create more engaging historical content. Thanks for watching. But the real power was with the big kids at the cool table, like Prussia and Austria. They had the armies, the resources, and most importantly, the ambitions to rule the whole schoolyard. It was a classic high-stakes game of musical chairs. When the music stopped, only one could be left standing. The first was the Second Schleswig War against Denmark in 1854. It was a symbolic moment and a slap in the face to France, declaring victory on French soil. This new German empire would consist of the previously existing kingdoms and duchies, but with Prussia at the helm. Prussia and Austria joined forces to defeat Denmark and gain control over Schleswig and Holstein, thereby eliminating a potential ally of France and putting himself closer to his goal. Next was the Austro-Prussian War of 1866, which saw Prussia go head-to-head with Austria. This conflict resulted in a humiliating defeat for Austria and Prussia, emerging as the dominant German power. Finally, in 1870, Bismarck provoked the Franco-Prussian War, which pitted Prussia against France. This was a brilliant move because it rallied the southern German states to join the cause against a common enemy. The German Confederation was formed in 1815 after Napoleon's defeat. It included 39 member states, mostly German-speaking, with Austria as its leader. This was acceptable for Prussia, a rising star in German affairs, but not for long. Prussia was the most populous state in the Confederation and far more industrialized than Austria. He unified Germany and established Prussian dominance, but the process left scars. The new empire was more centralized and powerful, but at the cost of regional and cultural autonomy. Also, Bismarck's Realpolitik approach meant that ideals took a back seat to power and prestige. Nevertheless, by 1871, Germany was a major player on the European stage. The empire's economic and military strength rivaled that of Britain, France, and Austria. Germany was now an industrial powerhouse, boasting the largest economy in Europe by the end of the century. Its military was a force to be reckoned with. Remember those three wars we talked about earlier? They established Germany as a formidable fighting nation. This growing disparity fueled a desire for more power. By the mid-1800s, the German Confederation was outdated and German unification was in the air. The call for a united Germany resonated with many, but who should lead it? Austria or Prussia? Through a combination of cunning diplomacy, calculated wars, and political savvy, he turned the fragmented German states into the dominant power in Central Europe. There, amid a mosaic of German-speaking states and principalities, something remarkable occurred. Between the 1860s and 1871, this fragmented region was transformed. Under Prussian leadership, the German states went from rivals to allies to enemies to finally brothers in arms, uniting to form a single, powerful empire. And so modern Germany was born. But how did this happen? Forget about revolutions and romantic nationalism. The year is 1866 and the place is Central Europe. Well, there were other options. At the time, the region known as Germany was a patchwork quilt of sovereign states. Some of the more notable ones besides Prussia and Austria were Saxony, Bavaria, Hanover, and the minor states of northern Germany. So as you can see, the path to unification involved complex negotiations, alliances, and rivalries. Enter Otto von Bismarck, the brilliant Prussian statesman who served as minister, president of Prussia from 1850 to 1890. Bismarck understood the significance of nationalism, liberalism, and the changing balance of power in Europe. He also knew that war was coming and that Germany would be divided if he did not act decisively. His solution: wage 3 deliberate wars to unite Germany under Prussian leadership. Now, we won't bore you with every battle, but the gist is as follows. Now, you might be asking, why did everyone just not get along? Why did they need to fight each other? Well, think of it like this. After defeating France, Kaiser Wilhelm I of Prussia was proclaimed the first emperor of a unified Germany in the Hall of Mirrors at the Palace of Versailles. Now, to wrap things up, Bismarck's plan succeeded brilliantly. So, there you have it, a crafty strategy, 3 well-fought wars, and the vision of a powerful leader. That's how Bismarck unified Germany.